Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Last session, we have completed customers' transactions. Today, we will start from customers' reports. You can generate customer reports from customers' reports, and you can generate following reports. You can generate customer statement run, list of customers, sales by customer, sales by sales rep, customer balances days outstanding, customer statement, customer transaction, customer codes by customer, customer sales orders by customer, customer invoices, customer unallocated receipts, and customer communication report. Okay, first we'll go to customer statement run. From this report, you can send a customer statements to your all customers. Okay. Now, when you are creating your customers, you can enter customer email address. Go to customers, add a customer. From here, under contact details, you can enter customer email address, and there's default setting. From this default setting, you can set statement distribution method as email. And from this customer statement run, you can send customer statement to your customers. From this selection, you can select customers. You can select particular customer or customer range, or if you don't select any customer, system will send their statement to all customers. From here, you can select active, inactive, or both customers. And from customer category, you can select customer categories. Under statement options, you can select date range. You can select monthly, quarterly, yearly, or you can set a custom date, or you can select all. After you select the date range, you can view the date range from here, from date and to date. Below that, there are a few options. Show balance brought forward. If you tick this option, system will display balance brought forward as at this date. Next, exclude fully allocated invoices. If you want to exclude fully allocated invoices from your statement, you can tick this option. If you want to display that allocated invoices, you can untick. Next, show details. If you tick this option, system will display each invoice line item also. Next, use foreign currency. If you tick this option, statement will display in customer's currency. Next, exclude customer where balances, zero balances customers. When you are sending statement, zero customer balances, zero balance customers will not get an statement. In negative balances customers, if you want to exclude from your statement run, you can tick this option. And also you can enter specific amount, and below that amount customers, system will not send customer statement. You can tick this less than option, and you can enter amount here. Then below this amount, customer balances, system will not send customer statement to that customers. After that, you can click next. And if you want to get a copy of that statements, you can enter copy email address, CC email address. And there, choose how to distribute your customer statement. You can select email as per customer setting. And you can select email signature, subject and message will automatically come based on this email signature, and click next. Now here you can see one customer statement will be emailed. If you want to view preview, you can view the preview. Here statement, your company details, customer details, customer invoices, and customer balances. Okay, next you can send statement. Okay, a statement run result you can view. One customer statement have been emailed. After that, you can click finish and complete customer statement run. Okay. From that customer statement run, you can send customer statements, or you can email customer statements to your customers. Each customer will receive only their transaction list. Okay, so only relevant customers will get their customer statement. Right now, sometimes for audit purposes, and sometimes customer may request their statement. In that case, you can send customer statement for your all customers by using this customer statement run. Next report is list of customers. From this report, you can view your customer listing. From report filters, you can select customers. From customer to customer. Then from active, you can select both active customers, inactive, or both customers. From customer category, you can select your customer categories. If you want a particular customer category, you can select that customer category. Or if you don't select any customer category, system will display all customer categories. Next, report options. From report options, you can view summary report or detailed report. First, we will generate summary report. Click view report. From here, you can view customer name, customer category, whether that customer is an active or inactive customer, customer contact name, telephone number, and customer balance. If you have foreign customers, system will display balance in customers' currency. You can view number of pages, and if you want, you can save these to PDF, CSV, Excel, or following format. By clicking the save button, you can save this statement. Next, you can generate detailed report. You can select detail from report options and click view report. If you select detail, you can view customer contact details, addresses also. Okay? You can view delivery address, postal address, fax, mobile, email, credit limit, sales rep, default price list, in addition to the name, category, contact name, telephone number, and balance. Furthermore, if you select or if you tick show user-defined fields, you can view that additional fields. Okay, you can create You can add that user-defined fields from here, from user-defined fields tab, and those details will display here. This is a detailed report with user-defined fields. Right. Next, we'll move to sales by customer report. From here, you can generate sales by customer report. You can select customers. You can select active, inactive, or both customers, or you can select customer categories. From report options, you can select date range, and if you want to include credit notes to this customer sales report, you can tick this option. And if you don't want to include credit note, you can untick this tick box. And if you want to view detailed or summary report, you can select from this drop-down menu. First, we will select detail and view report. This is detailed report. And you can generate a summary report. This is summary report. Now the difference between the detailed report and summary report, if you select detail, you can view each invoice line item also. Now, for an example, this A02 customer at invoice 25810 invoice has following items. So if you select detail, you can view each invoice line item also. Now, if you select summary, you can view only that invoice date, invoice number, total quantity, and total selling price. Okay, you can view customer name, invoice number, description, quantity, and total selling price. Now you can see some minus values available. Those are credit notes. CRA numbers are credit notes. And plus values are invoices. And also by clicking this link or invoice number, you can view that source document or original invoice or credit note. Okay, next we will move to sales by sales rep report. From here, you can generate your sales rep wise sales report. From this sales drop-down menu, you can select sales rep, or if you want to view all sales reps sales, you can select sales rep. Then system will display all sales rep sales. Next, you can select active or inactive or both sales rep. Sales type, you can select item, accounts, and time. Now, when you are invoicing, you can select, you will go to invoice. From here, you can select item, account, time, and bundle. So based on that, you can select sales type. Next, date range. From here, you can select date range. And style, you can select detailed or summary. First, we will generate summary report. Next, include credit notes. If you want to include credit notes to here, this report, you can tick this option and you can view report. So if you select summary, system will display summary report. You can view sales rep name, total quantity, total cost, total selling price, gross profit amount, and gross profit percentage. And also in this report, you can view, now you can view this total cost. Actually, you can view this total cost based on average cost or last cost. Okay, now when you go to item list of items, you can view average cost and last cost. So based on, if you want to generate the report based on average cost, you can untick this option, use last cost option. If you want to view or if you want to calculate your gross profit based on last cost, you can tick this option. After that, you can view report. This is based on last cost. Right, now you can see first report, its total cost is 120,875. Second report, its total cost is 110,072. This different because of that costing method, last cost or average cost. Right. Next, you can generate same report in detailed report. You can select detail and view report. If you tick that include credit note, you can view the credit note also. Minus values are credit notes. And you can view each sales rep-wise, sales invoices or credit note. Now, previous report, in summary report, you can view only summary report or totals. However, in this report, if you select detail, you can view each sales rep's invoice-wise transaction. Okay, next, we will move to customer balances, this outstanding report. From here, you can generate your outstanding report as a date. You can select as a date from here, and you can select customers. You can select customer categories, and from status, you can select active, inactive, or both customers. Here also, you can generate as a summary report or detailed report. First, we will generate detailed summary report. And click view report. From this tab, we will select detail and view report. Now, if you select summary, one line for one customer. However, if you select detail, you can view each customer outstanding or unsettled transaction wise report. Okay, you can view that invoices minus receipts. So you can view detailed report. If you select summary, you can view one line for one customer. From here, you can view each outstanding invoices for customer. And if that receipt not allocated to customer, customer invoice, you can view invoice and receipt both. And also there's an option use foreign currency. If you tick this option, you can view customer outstanding in customer's currency. Now here you can see this ABC customer. And this Exodus customer, like that. If you tick that use foreign currency tick box, system will display balances in the customer's currency. And also one important thing, if you tick this use foreign currency tick box, you cannot view grand total. If you untick this option and refresh, then you can view the grand total. Furthermore, if you have zero balance customers, now this customer zero balance, if you want to exclude zero balance customers from this report, you can tick this exclude tick box. Then customer with zero balances will not display in this report. Now sometimes you may have customers unallocated receipts. You have invoice and you have entered receipt, but you haven't allocated that receipt to invoice. In that case, customer balance is zero. However, even though if the customer has unallocated transactions, system will display in the report. So if you want to exclude zero balance customers, you can tick this tick box and view the report. Then system will not display zero balance customers. This report also you can export to PDF, Excel, or CSV, or you can print or email this report. And also by clicking this link, you can drill down. Like that, you can drill down and go to or view the source document. Now, if you have any unallocated receipts, it will display here. So you can allocate those unallocated receipts from allocate receipt option. From here, you can select the customer, click refresh, and here you have invoice and receipt. So you can allocate like this. Okay. Then those zero balances customers will not display in the report. Okay. Next, we will move to customer statement. So this is also similar to customer statement run. However, from here, don't use for distribute statement. This is also similar to this first report, customer statement run. Okay. You can view customer statement from this report. Next, customer transaction report. Now, from this report, customer transaction report, you can generate a particular date range, customer, and transactions. Okay. From date range, you can select the date range. And from customer, you can select customers. And category, you can select customer categories. From status, you can select active or inactive customers. Transaction types, you can select following transactions: credit note, customer adjustment, customer opening balance, customer receipts, customer write-off, and customer tax invoice. If you want to view all transactions, you can select this, select transaction type. And if you want to view those transactions in customer's currency, you can tick this, use foreign currency. Click view report. From here, system will group by that customer name, and you can view opening balance as at this date, customer transaction report start date, and you can view customer transactions, closing balance, and movement for this period. Movement for this period. We will extend this period and refresh. Okay, now you can view debit, credit, and customer balance, closing balance, and movement for the period. And also, there also you can view in customer's currency. If you tick this option, you cannot view grand total. If you untick and refresh, you can view the grand total. And in this report, you can view all transactions. If you want to view only particular transaction type, for an example, if you want to view customer receipts, you can tick this option and refresh. Then system will display only customer receipts. If you want to view customer invoices, you can select tax invoice as transaction type, and you can view the report. Okay, next we will move to customer quotes reports. Here also you can select date range, customer category. You can select active or inactive or both customers. And from document statement, you can select accepted, declined, pending, expired, or invoice quotations. If you want to view all quotations, you can select all from the drop-down menu. And also, if you want to view that quotation list in customer's currency, you can tick this use foreign currency tick box. After that, you can view report. In this report, system will display quotation date, quotation expiry date, quotation number, customer reference, customer name, exclusive amount, tax amount, total amount, sales rep, and status. Now, when you go to customer quote list, you can view this status: invoice, decline, expired. So that status will display here. Okay, we will move to next report. Customer quotes by customer. Here also you can select customer category, date range, style as summary and status, and use foreign currency. After that, you can view report. Here you can view customer name and quotation date, quotation number, quotation status, quantity, and total value. And if you generate detailed report, customer quotes by customer, here you can select detail. Then system will display each quotation transaction quotation line item wise report. In our previous report, you can view only summary. Here you can view each quotation line item also. And difference between previous report, customer quotes report, and customer quotes by customer report is here. In customer quotes report, you can view list of quotations. However, in this report, quotes by customer report, these quotations will group by customer. Now here you can view this is a customer name and customer has these quotations. However, in this report, it will sort by customer document number. Okay. The difference between those two reports are customer quotes report is a list of quotations. However, customer quotes by customer report will display or it will group quotation by customer. Right. We will move to next report. Customer sales orders. Here also you can view or you can select date range, customer and customer category. And you can select active or inactive customer. And from document status, you can select pending, invoiced, or all document status. Here also you can select or you can tick use foreign currency tick box. If you tick this tick box, you can view transactions in customer's currency. Okay, you can view a list of sales orders, date, delivery date, date is the transaction date, delivery date, document number, customer reference, customer name, exclusive amount, tax amount, total amount, or inclusive amount, sales rep, status of that sales order. In this report also, if you untick this use foreign currency tick box, you can view grand total. Okay, we will move to next report. Customer sales orders by customer. You can select date range, customer, and you can select customer categories, or you can select status of customer, active, inactive, both. And from style, you can select summary or detail. And from document status, you can select pending, invoiced, or all status. After that, click view report. Here you can view your sales orders. Now, previous report also sales orders, it's customer sales orders report. This report, customer sales orders by customer report. Here also, this report, this customer sales orders by customer report, it's grouped that sales orders by customer. Previous report, customer sales orders report, it's a list of sales orders. However, in the second report, customer sales orders by customer report, it's those sales orders grouped by customer. You can view each customer's sales orders and total of sales orders. And if you untick this use foreign currency tick box and refresh, you can view grand total. Right. Next, from this report also, you can view detailed report. And if you select detail, each sales order line item also you can view from this report. Okay, from here also you can view pending sales orders or overdue. So if you select pending, system will display all unprocessed or uninvoiced transaction. That means overdue and pending invoices will display. Okay, next we will move to customer invoices report. From this report, you can select date range, customer or customer group. You can select active, inactive, or both customers. And if you want to include credit notes into this report, you can tick this option. And if you want to view transactions in customers' currency, you can tick use foreign currency tick box and view report. From this report, you can view customer invoices. You can view customer invoice date, invoice number, customer reference, customer name, sales rep, due date for that invoice, anticipated payment date, exclusive amount, tax amount, total selling value, and total outstanding for this invoice. If you want to include credit notes, you can tick this credit notes. And you can see here, minus values are credit note or CRN numbers are credit notes. And if you tick this use foreign currency, transactions will display in customer's currency. You can see some dollar values available here. And if you untick this option, system will display transactions in home currency. Now all transactions in LKR, and also you can view the grand total. Okay, next we will move to the next report. Customer unallocated receipts. From here, you can generate what are the unallocated receipts. Now here you can see some receipts available here. So is there any unallocated receipt? You can go to allocate receipt transactions and allocate those unallocated receipts. Now here you can see unallocated receipt available. So you can check those unallocated receipts from this unallocated receipt report and go to transaction and allocate those receipts to this transaction. Right, next we will move to customer communication report. Now from this report, you can view what are the emails you have sent to your customers. You can select customers and you can select date range. And here you can select date range and you can view report. Then system will display what are the emails you have sent to your customers. You can view the date, sent from, sent to, recipient email address, type, and document number. Okay, this is a today statement run. Like that, you can view what are the emails you have sent to customers from the system. Okay, now we have completed these customer reports. Now you can take few minutes and practice your customer reports. Okay, now we have completed customer module. I'll quickly go through customer module again. You can create customers from here by go to customers and click add a customer. You can enter customer details, customer name, credit limit, tax number, customer category. If you are implementing the system for all company, you may have opening balances for this customer. And if you have opening balance, you can enter opening balance. You can enter postal address, delivery address, contact details, and from default settings, you can set statement distribution method, default discount, default price list, default tax type, credit period, and customer's currency. Next, from additional contacts, if you want to add additional people, you can add additional contacts. Next, from notes, if you want to add any notes such as meeting reminders, so if you want to attach any documents, you can use this attachment. And from user-defined fields, you can add additional details in addition to these details. After that, you can save. And you can create sales reps and customer categories from here. From transactions, you can enter customer quotations, sales orders, tax invoices, recurring invoices. If you are frequently invoicing, for an example, monthly or quarterly, yearly, you can use this recurring invoices option. Then system will automatically generate the invoice and send to customers. Next, customer credit notes, customer receipts, allocate receipts. If you haven't allocated your customer receipts to invoices, from allocate receipt, you can allocate that receipts. Next, customer adjustments. From customer adjustments, you can increase or decrease your customer balances. Next, bad debt relief and bad debt recovered. From reports, you can generate customer statement run, customer list of customers, sales by customer, sales by sales rep, customer balances, customer statement, customer transactions, customer codes by customer, customer sales orders by customer, customer invoices, customer unallocated receipts, and customer communication report. Next, from special, you can adjust your customer opening balances. Now, for an example, if you are implementing the system for all company, you may enter customer opening balances. However, later you found that you entered customer opening balances a little different with the entered opening balance. So if you want to change your customer opening balance, you can change your customer opening balance here. You can select customer. And after you select your customer, you can view current opening balance. And you can enter reason why you are changing this opening balance, and you can enter new opening balance. After that, you can save. Then system will update this customer opening balance. Okay, if you want to change your opening balance, you can go to customers, special, select adjust opening balance, select the customer, enter reason why you are changing opening balance. Sometimes may due to audit or any other reason or user mistake, you may enter incorrect opening balance. So in that case, you can enter the correct balance here or new opening balance and save customer opening balance. Okay, next, time tracking module. So from here, time tracking you can use for enter your employees' working hours and you can invoice that working hours to your clients. Now, for an example, if you are running an audit firm or you are providing accounting services to your customers, you can enter your employees' working hours for that client. And after that, you can invoice those time to your client. Okay. First, you can create tasks. Now, for an example, here you can create your accounting staff, accountant, accounts executive, assistant accountant, like that. You can create your account staff. After that, you can create projects. Project is actually it's a client, and after that, after you create tasks and projects, you can enter their working hours. Now, for an example, you can create here accountant, and you can enter the rate. Now, here you can enter rate per hour, and you can save. You create new one. Go to customers, time tracking. Go to task. Click add the task. Enter task name, task description, and rate. Here you can select billable, then task, default task, and task type, active task also. You can take these options, and if you have any customers, you can add those customers and you can save. Finance manager already include. Next, we can create our customers here. Go to projects, the project, select customer. And here we can add a project name. Now, for an example, if your client has different locations, you can enter that location as a project name. Now, for an example, if your client has different location, assume they have Colombo branch and Kandy branch, you can create that branch name as project. Save. You can start date and end date. For an example, if you are signing an agreement with that client, you can enter start date and end date. Next, purchase order number. If that client has sent a purchase order number, you can enter the purchase order number. From budgets, if you have budgeted any number of hours, you can enter that here. And billing options, billing details, you can select rate per hour, fixed cost, project rate per hour, user rate per hour, or task rates per hour. Now, if you select task rate per hour, you have tasks that accountant, assistant accountant, finance manager, like that. So you can billing by that task rate per hour. If you have budgeted hours, you can enter budgeted hours here and amount. After that, you can save. Okay, now we have created tasks and projects. Next, we can go to timesheet, and from here we can enter our time. Now, for an example, from here you can enter weekly or daily for this project. You can select finance manager, and you can enter working hours. Like that, we can enter working hours and we can save. Okay, like that. We can enter our working hours and you can view total working hours and you can save this timesheet. Okay, like that, you can enter your employees' working hours for that particular client, these projects, and end of the month, you can invoice those time to your client. Okay, for invoicing, you can go to customers, transactions, customer tax invoice, click add a tax invoice. Here you can select your customer. After you select the customer who has time, pending time for invoicing, this button will activate. Okay, now you can see this add time entries. Now we will select another customer. Now this customer doesn't have any time for invoicing, therefore this button is inactivated. We will select again that our previous customer. After you select that customer, you can see this button is activated and you can invoice that time. Okay, you can see this we have entered 5 hours for that customer and you can create invoice for that customer. So here, when you are invoicing, you don't want to check your records. You can directly convert that hours to invoice. Okay, you don't want to manually check and enter this invoice details. You can directly convert that timesheet to invoice. Now here also you can see this type has changed to timesheet entry, and system will select or system will fill invoice details here. And also there are a few options, all projects you can select, and you can select include time, unbilled time, or you can select date range. Now for an example, if you want to invoice for December, you can select December date range, December month, and then system will display December date range. Or if you want to invoice for January, you can select January dates and refresh. Then the system will display that January details. We will select again. If you want to select January, you can select January date range. Now there are few options: detail, group, single line per project. If you select details, you can view detail. Then if you select group, you can group by task, date, or user. Then if you select single line project, you can select single line. So next, if you want to group by, and we will invoice or we will preview, then you can see one line for the invoice. If you select detail, You can view 5 lines for this invoice. If you group by task or like finance manager, system will display 1 line for that transaction. Single line per project, and also 1 line for in the invoice. You can preview from here by clicking this preview button. Like that, if you want, you can view detailed, grouped, or single line per project and create invoice line. And system will display that, or system will populate that timesheet time to this invoice, and you can invoice to your customer. Okay, like that. You can enter your timesheet and you can convert that timesheet into invoice. You can view that details daily, weekly, monthly. You can view billable hours captured, billable hours, and billable amount. Okay, next you will move to debtors manager. Now from debtors manager, you can send outstanding invoice reminders to your customers. From here, you can set outstanding invoice reminders. Invoice after invoice issued 7 days, you can set 15 days, 13 days, like that you can set. And if you want to add another date or another reminder, you can, by clicking this plus mark, you can add date. Or if you want to delete, you can delete. Like that, you can set reminders. After you set reminders, now I think you can remember when you are creating customers, from here you can set that outstanding invoice reminder, these tick boxes ticked, that customer will receive outstanding invoice reminder. And also if you have additional contact details, if they want to receive that outstanding invoice reminders, you can tick this option for overdue outstanding invoice reminders and overdue invoice reminders for that customer. And also when you are doing these company settings, also here when you are creating customer, you can set that outstanding invoice reminder, and those customers will receive outstanding invoice reminders. Right. After that, if you are giving any credit period for your customers, and if you are exceeding, if your customer exceeding that credit period, system will populate these outstanding invoice reminders. And also if you want to block that customer after credit period, you can tick this place customer account on hold. Then your customers cannot invoice for these customers. If they exceed that credit period, your users cannot invoice for that customers. Okay, when you are creating, you can tick this exclude from debtors manager, then system will not send reminders for that customers. Next, invoice manager. You can view your outstanding invoices, customer name, document number, due date, days overdue, reminder date, anticipated payment date, outstanding balance, expected amount, and action. Okay, by clicking this invoice, you can set reminder days or anticipated payment date. Next, outstanding invoice communication run. By clicking this preview action communication, asset date outstanding. If your customer has outstanding invoices in these dates, they will receive a reminder. Okay, you can set a date and you can run outstanding invoice communication run. Then your customers will receive outstanding or overdue invoice reminder. Next, customer non-payment reason. Here you can add customer non-payment reason. There are few non-payment reason created in the system by default. If you want to add, you can add by clicking this add non-payment reason, enter code, description, and save. Then you can view non-payment reason. Next, outstanding invoice action codes. You can add action code by clicking this action code. And there are a few default action codes. And these codes, these outstanding invoice action codes and customer non-payment reasons, you can set for invoice manager. Here you can set that non-payment reason and next action, and you can save and you can get a reminder on this date. Okay, like that. If you have a customer outstanding, you can use this debtors manager, and you can send reminders from the system, and you can follow up those outstanding from this non-payment reasons and outstanding invoices action codes. Okay, like that, you can use this debtors manager module for follow up your customer outstanding. Now you can practice that time tracking and debtors manager module. Okay, next we will move to items module. Now from this items module, you can create items. You can create item codes, and you can enter item description. If you have any item categories, you can select that item category. And you can select physical item or service item. If you are providing services, you can select that services. And if you select services, this opening quantity and opening quantity as date will not display. And if you are implementing the system for all company, you may have opening balances. So if you have opening balances for this item, you can enter opening cost and opening quantity. Next, you can enter item details. You can enter item selling price. If VAT available for this item, system will calculate inclusive selling price. And you can enter numbers, units as numbers, kilogram, meters, like that. You can enter unit of measure for this item. Next, if you have activated the advanced inventory module, you can select sales account, cost of sales account, inventory account, and item adjustment account. These accounts you can create from here by clicking this drop down menu and click add new inventory item, or you can create those accounts from accounts list, item accounts, add an account, and you can create that item accounts. Now for an example, you may have, for an example, you are running a hotel. Okay, in that hotel, you want to view food and beverage expenses separately, accommodation expenses, income separately, and other services separately. Okay, when you generate your profit and loss report, you want to view food and beverage income separately, accommodation income separately, and other services separately. So in that case, when you are creating items, you are creating breakfast, you can select this as food and beverage income. Okay, you can create, if it is not available, you can create by add new sales account, and you can select F&B income. And if you are creating any accommodation, or room income, you can select accommodation income as your sales income. Like that, you can create those accounts. And when you are generating your profit and loss report, I select all date range and view. Like this, you can see accommodation income, electricity income, like that. Separate income categories there. So you can link your item to, you can select the link that sales account to item. Then when you are selling those items, it will update those income account and cost of sales account, inventory account, and item adjustment account will update in your profit and loss report. Now I'll repeat this example again. You can create breakfast, dinner, and other food and beverage items here, and you can link that sales account as food and beverage income. And when you are selling those items, now if you are selling breakfast, that income will display in profit and loss report as F&B income or food and beverage income. Like that, if you want to view a separate income lines in the profit and loss report, you can create the sales account, or if you select sales, it will go to common account. Okay, common sales account, it will display. Next, price list. Now for an example, if you are selling your different items or different customers, same item to different customers, if you are selling at a different prices, you can create price list. You can create price list from company settings, go to company, change company settings, general settings, item settings, and here under price list, you can add price list. After you create price list, it will display here and you can enter that price list here. Now for default price, you can enter 1,000. For students, you can enter 900. Retail price 1,100. Like that, you can create, you can enter different prices for that price list. After that, you can link that price list to your customer. You can link that price list from here. When you are creating customer, you can link that price list to customer. And when you are invoicing to that customer, system will display a relevant price list price. Okay, like this, you can enter price list. And if you want to add any notes, you can add here. User defined fields, you can enter additional details. And if you want to attach any picture, you can attach picture. Okay. After that, you can save this item. Like that, you can create items for your inventory. And if you want to create any service item, you can select this service item, service, and you can create your item. After you create your items, you can view your list of items, item code, item description, item category, item type, physical item, service item, then price, exclusive price, average cost, last cost, quantity on hand, gross profit percentage, sales account. Like that, you can view list of items, and you can customize this grid by clicking this customize grid button, and you can tick required columns and you can untick if you want to remove any column. And you can filter, and you can search, you can sort by multi-column. Like that, you can customize this list of items grid. Next, you can create bundle items. Now for an example, when you are selling computers, you may have that computer has monitor, system unit, mouse, keyboard, speakers, like that. So you can create a bundle item, click add item bundle, and you can create a code and description for that item. And after that, you can select items. Like that, you can enter item and you can enter quantity and you can save. I'll open already created item, bundle item. You can enter that quantities, or you can select items and enter quantities. After that, you can save. And when you are invoicing to customer, I'll enter quotation. You can change this type to bundle and you can select that computer. Then system will display all components of that item. Now, if you select computer, system will display other components such as CPU, monitor, mouse, keyboard, speaker. Those items will display here. So you will select only one item. However, system will display other components of that item. Like that, you can create your bundle item. If you are selling any packages kind of things, you can use this bundle item. Next, item categories. You can create item categories from here, enter description and save. Item categories you can mainly use for reporting purposes. You can generate item category wise report if you create item categories. Okay, now you can practice how to create items, bundle items and item categories. Okay, next we will go to items transactions. You can do item adjustment and you can do adjust item selling prices from these transactions. Okay, first we'll go to item adjustment, go to items, transactions, item adjustments. Now, if you want to change your item quantities or average cost, you can use this item adjustment. There are two options, quantity on hand and or average cost. Second option is quantity on hand or average cost using a quick entry grid. You select first option and click next. You can select item. You want to change that quantities. Enter reason. You may adjust your item because of damage or expiry date. After you enter or after you select the item, you can view item average cost and current quantity on hand. You can change or you can enter new quantity on hand and you can select the adjustment date. If you have any analysis code, you can select that analysis code and you can save or click next. And now here item adjustment now complete and click finish. We will select second option and click next. Now here you can select adjustment date, enter reason, and here you can enter more than one item. Our previous adjustment, you can enter only one adjustment, one item at a time. Here you can select more than one item. Like that, you can select more than one item and you can enter a new quantity, or if you want to change the cost, average cost, you can change average cost and you can save. Here also, if you have analysis code, you can select analysis code, then it will update in the profit and loss report. And also, if you want to load all items, now for an example, after physical stock taking, you need to adjust. Sometimes you may need to change all items, average or quantity on hand. So in that case, you can load all items and you can enter new item quantities. After that, you can save. Okay. Like that, if you want to change your item quantities, you can use these transactions and item adjustment. If you are changing one item, you can select first option. If you are changing more than one item, you can select second option as quantity on hand or average cost using a quick entry grid. Okay. Next, we will move to adjust item selling prices. Now, sometimes due to changes in government policy, or if they implement new taxes, you need to change your item selling prices. So if you want to change item selling prices, you can go to the item list and you can open that item and you can change your selling price. But if you have several items, several hundred of items, this will take long time. Therefore, you can use this item adjust item selling prices option, and from here you can change your item selling prices. there are three options: adjust selling prices. Second option, adjust selling prices using quick entry grid. Third option is copy from another price list. We will discuss first option, adjust selling prices. Click next. And from here also there are three options: selling prices based on selling price, selling prices based on last cost, selling prices based on average cost. We will discuss first option, adjust selling prices. Here you can select items for all items, and you can adjust your item selling price based on the percentage. Okay. If you want to increase by 10%, you can enter 10%, and you can increase by 10%. Okay. And also, if you have any recurring invoices, if you take this option, that recurring invoices selling price also update automatically. Okay, now future invoices selling prices also update if you take this option. After that, you can click next, and here you can completed that price updation. Now second option, selling prices based on last cost. We will open item. Now here selling price is 192 cents 50. We will do the same example again. Adjust selling prices. Selling price based on selling price. We'll select first item. Its price is 192 cents 50. We'll increase by 10%. Next, finish. Now you can see price has increased to 211 cents 75. Previous price is 192 cents 50. Now it has increased to 10%, increased by 10%. Now, if you want to reduce prices, you can enter the percentage with minus sign and click next. Now you can see that price has reduced to 190. Previous it was 211. Now it has reduced to 190. Like that, you can increase or decrease your selling prices. Okay, we will go to second option, adjust selling prices using quick entry grid. From here, you can select price list. If you have different price list, you can select different price list. And if you want to select items, you can select items. We'll change first item. And if you want, you can round up or round down, and click next. Here, and enter your selling prices. And if you want to enter more than one item, you can select all items and click next. And from here, you can enter your selling prices. Like this, you can change your selling price and you can save. Click finish. Now you can see this price has, first item price has changed to 200. Previously it was 190. Like that, you can change your selling prices at once. We'll select second option, selling prices based on last cost. Okay, now here system will calculate the last cost and it will add a profit percentage and change the price. Now we will enter 10% and we will change the prices. Now you can see selling price has changed to 132. Previous it was 200. Now we have changed the prices based on last cost. We have changed the price based on last cost. Now here last cost is 120. We have increased by 10. That means we have increased by 12 rupees. Okay, so you can see last cost is 120. We have increased by 10%. That is 120 into 10% is 12. This then selling price is 120 plus 12. That means 132. The next option is selling prices based on average cost. We'll increase by 10%. Okay, now this item average cost is 100. We have increased by 10% based on average cost. Now selling price is 110. Okay, 100 into 10% is 10. 100 plus 10 is 110. Therefore, selling price has changed to 110. Move to next option. Adjust selling prices using quick entry grid. We have completed that. Next, copy from another price list. You can select, if you have different price list, you can select that price list and you can copy to another price list. Then that price list will, that item prices will change. Okay, there are a few methods. Adjust selling prices using quick entry grid, copy from another price list. And also in the first option, adjust selling prices has another 3 options: selling prices based on selling price based on last cost, selling price based on average cost. And you can increase by those percentages. Right now, price has changed to 150. Like that, at once you can change your selling prices. Okay, next we will move to special. From special, you can adjust your item opening balances. Now, if you have entered opening balances and you later you found that that opening balance is incorrect, in that case, you can change that opening balance. When you select the item, you can view that opening balance and opening balance cost. You can enter reason why you are changing opening balance cost, and after that you can enter new opening cost and new opening quantity and save. Then system will update that item opening balance. Next, renumber item codes. Now you can enter item codes when you are creating items. However, later if you want to change your item codes, you can renumber item codes from this option. You can change like this. You can enter new item code under new item code column. Then system will change that item codes. After that, you can click renumber item codes. Like that, you can change your item codes. Next, we will move to item reports. You can practice now this item adjustment and adjust item selling prices. And you can practice this, adjust opening balance and renumber item codes. Okay, next we will move to item reports. First, item listing. From item listing report, you can generate your list of items. You can view item code, item description, item category, last cost, average cost, exclusive price, inclusive price, gross profit percentage, gross profit amount, quantity on hand, active or with its physical. You can select price list from this price list drop-down menu and view the pricing. And also, if you want to view additional details, you can tick this option and you can view additional details. Or user-defined fields you can view. Next report is sales by item. You can select date range and you can select items, item categories, sales account. And if you have analysis codes, you can select that analysis code and you can view the report. And from style, you can select summary or detailed report. First, we will generate summary report. You can view item, quantity sold, total cost, total selling price, gross profit amount, and gross profit percentage. And also here also you can select the cost method. You can select average cost or last cost. If you select last cost, now here you can see its total cost is 240 for first item. Now here first item is total cost is 200. So based on cost method, you can generate the report. Next, detailed. You can select detailed report. Then each item transaction-wise report you can generate. Here you can view transaction date, transaction number, customer, quantity sold, total cost, total selling price, gross profit and gross profit percentage. Each item-wise total you can view and grand total you can view. This report also you can export to PDF, Excel or CSV and you can print or email. And by clicking this transaction, you can view the source document or original document. And also, if you tick include credit note, system will display credit note also. Okay, this minus value is credit note, so you can view those credit note. And also, if you want to search or find any transaction, you can simply click Control F, then this search option will display. You can type here and you can search any word you want to search, you can search from here. Any customer, item, date, you can type here and you can search. Next report is purchase by item. Also, you can select date range, you can select items, item categories, purchase account. You can filter by department or analysis code. Also, you can select active, inactive items, service item and physical item. And if you want to include sales return to this report, you can tick this supplier returns or purchasers return, you can tick. Here you can view supplier purchases by item report. You can view the item, then date, transaction number, supplier name, purchase quantity, unit price, and total purchases. Minus are returns or supplier returns. And you can view each item-wise total and grand total. You will move to next report, customer codes by item. You can select or you can filter by items, item category, item type, and from report options, you can select date range. And from style, you can select summary or detail. And status, you can select accepted, declined, pending, expired, or invoice quotations, and you can view report. After that, you can view customer codes by item. Here, it is summarized by item. You can view the item, quantity, total cost, total selling price, gross profit amount, and gross profit percentage. And also you can view grand total. Next, we will move to that detailed report, customer costs by item. We'll select detailed here. We'll change the date range. We'll select yearly and style detail, view report. Now here you can view each item's transaction-wise report, all quotations grouped by item, transaction date, quotation number, customer name, expiry date, status, quantity, total cost, total selling price, gross profit amount, and gross profit percentage. You can view grand total also, and you can drill down this report, and you can print or email this report, or you can export to PDF, Excel, and CSV file formats. Next report is customer sales orders by items. Here you can generate customer sales orders by item. You can select date range, item, item category, and you can generate summary report or detailed report. And you can select date range, document status, pending or invoiced or all sales orders. Now here we have 12 quantities for this item in this date range. We will generate detailed report. Here that sales orders grouped by item. You can view sales order date, sales order number, customer, status, quantity, total cost, total selling price, gross profit amount, and gross profit percentage. And grand total also you can view from the report. Next report is supplier purchase orders by item. You can select items, categories, date range, and you can select summary or detailed report. And from status, you can select confirmed, cancelled, pending, overdue, invoices, or all purchase orders. This is detailed report, items grouped by transactions grouped by item. You can view purchase order date, purchase order number, supplier name, delivery date, status, quantity, unit price, and total purchases. Each item total you can view, and you can view grand total. In summary report, one line for one item. You can view total quantity and total cost. Next, item movement report. From item movement report, you can select items, item categories, you can select date range, and you can view detailed or summary report. First, we will select detail. You can view each item's item movement. It will transactions group by item. You can view that date, invoice number or transaction number, description, customer, supplier, and quantity. Next, item movement by summary report. You can view item and quantity movement. If it is minus, you have sold or supplier returns. If it is plus, purchasers or customer returns. Okay, if item quantity is plus, it is supplier invoice or customer return. If it is a minus, that means yes, select detailed report. If it is minus, that is customer invoice or supplier return. If it is a plus, that means it's a supplier invoice or customer return. Okay, minuses are tax, customer invoice and supplier returns, plus are supplier invoice and customer returns. We will move to next report, item valuation report. From this valuation report, we can generate our stock valuation report as at date. You can select as at date, and you can select items, item category, and from costing method, you can select average cost or last cost. And if you want to exclude 0 items, you can tick this option. And if you select average cost, system will calculate valuation based on average cost. If you select last cost, system will calculate that valuation based on last cost. In our first item is cost is 100. If you select last cost, that is cost is 120. So from this report, you can view item cost, item code, item description, category, active or inactive, quantity on hand, cost, and item value. You can view total value also. Right. Next, we will move to price list. From here, you can view price list report. You can select price list and item categories, and you can view inclusive price or exclusive price. Inclusive price is with tax amount, exclusive is without tax. Each price list you can view item code, item description, category, and price list you can view. Okay. Next report is item bundle. From here, we can view our bundle items. Each bundle item, average cost, total exclusive price, and inclusive price you can view. Next report is item quantities. From here, you can view what are the quantities available and quantity reserved. Okay, you can view item code, item description, item category, active or inactive, quantity on hand, quantity reserved, and quantity available. Quantity available means quantity on hand minus quantity reserved. In this report, you can export to PDF, Excel, CSV, or you can print or email this report. Right, now we have completed items module. Next session, we will start from banking module, and I'll quickly go through this item module. You can create item from this add an item, and you can view list of items from here, and also you can create items from by clicking add item, and you can create bundle items. You can add components and set a bundle item, and you can create item categories. From transaction, you can adjust items by using these two methods, quantity on hand or average cost, and second option, using a quick entry grid. If you select first option, you can adjust only one item at a time. However, if you select second option, you can adjust more than one item. Next, you can change selling prices based on adjust selling prices. There are three options: adjust selling prices using quick entry grid, and copy from another file. And first option, adjust selling prices. There are three options: selling prices based on selling price, selling prices based on last cost, and selling prices based on average cost. You can set percentage, and you can change your selling prices. And if you select second option, adjust selling prices using quick entry grid, more than one item, you can change at once. And if you select second option, copy from another price list, you can copy your price list. Next, from special, you can adjust your item opening balances, and you can renumber your item codes. From reports, you can generate following reports: sales by items, purchases by item, customer codes report, sales reports, purchase order report, item movement report, item valuation report, price list, item bundle report, and item quantities. Okay, we will wrap up for today. We'll start from banking from next session. And thank you very much. Have a pleasant weekend.